This morning on DC News Now, searching for a suspect after a protest turns violent. U.S. Park Police calling for your help. More hot temps and humidity, when you can expect to see rain hitting the region. Prince George's County opening early voting for a special election. What you need to bring to the polls and why the position is up for grabs. Plus, finding a new way around town.
Oh my God, we need the circulator. We need it to ride on.
Commuters forced to make other plans with the transit system set to retire. And protecting kids online. Lawmakers plan to hold tech companies accountable for children's safety.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning, and thanks for starting your Wednesday with us. It is 8 o'clock. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Corey James. Liberty Simmons in for Shanika Grimshaw this morning with the latest on the roads. We're going to get to her in just a second. Let's start things off with Jackie. For the forecast today, another hot and humid day, some potential rain moving in too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a stray thunderstorm possible later on today, but overall, I think most locations do remain dry. So the big story today will be that heat and that humidity. We're starting off with those temperatures into the 70s across much of the region. 76 right now in DC, 75 in Annapolis. But even hotter down towards Lexington Park, already into the upper 70s at this hour there. 73 in Hagerstown, upper 60s back over towards Martinsburg and Woodstock. Those dew points, those are in the 70s, so that already means it's feeling soupy immediately as you're heading out this morning. It's almost like the air you can wear, and we're likely going to be seeing that humidity sticking around through the day today. High temperatures will top out into those middle 90s. When you factor in that humidity, could feel like we're right around the triple digits, so heads up for that. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds later on. I know right now we're seeing the cloud cover, but we should be seeing some sunny breaks later on. Better chance for some showers and storms tomorrow and Friday. More details on the timing of that coming up. Liberty, how's it looking on the roadways?
Well, if you're traveling through the Alexandria area to get into work or go to school this morning, just give yourself extra time before heading out the door. There are a number of crashes out there causing delays. This one is on Edsel Road, eastbound, westbound at Bloomfield Drive, and you're seeing a lot of red there on your screen, lots of yellows, so expect major delays through that area. Now, there was also another crash in Alexandria that was just after US 1, so just be aware of that. And then this one on Hillendale on Hampshire Avenue north of the Beltway at Elton Road. I'll send it to you, Tanaya.
Thank you, Liberty. New this morning, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated in Iran last night.
Yeah, the political leader was attending the inauguration of Iran's new president. Now, according to Hamas, Haniyeh was killed by an Israeli airstrike. The killing could trigger the retaliation against Israel from Iran or its powerful Lebanese ally, Hezbollah. It could also prompt Hamas to pull out of months of negotiations for a ceasefire in Gaza. Israel has not commented so far on the strike. Health officials in Gaza say Israeli military operations have killed nearly 40,000 people. According to officials, more than 1.8 million people in Gaza now live in a 20-square-mile refugee camp. The UN says disease and a shortage of food are impacting large parts of the population. It also says many people have little access to humanitarian aid.
And this morning, police are asking for your help to find several people who they say were involved in criminal activity during the last week's protests. Investigators say that they were violent and destroyed property during Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's visit to Congress. DC News Now's Max Marcella has the latest on the search.
These are the 5 people U.S. Park Police want you to help them identify. They say these 4 are responsible for vandalizing federal property here at Columbus Circle near Union Station, and this person is accused of assaulting an officer. None of these people are facing charges, but police are looking for them. These protests started on Monday outside the Watergate Hotel where Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was staying. They escalated on Wednesday when Netanyahu spoke to Congress. An American flag was burned, Palestinian flags were raised on the flagpoles near Union Station, and monuments were spray painted.
It breaks my heart as someone who lives here and loves how beautiful our city is that we need to respect it.
The protesters called Netanyahu a war criminal.
My message to lawmakers and people who live here is that every single person who has stayed silent is complicit in genocide.
With messages aimed at American lawmakers. But the protests turned destructive, and now Park Police are seeking to find out who's responsible, starting by trying to find these 5.
And a Sterling man is facing charges in connection to a deadly carjacking. Police say Jose Aguilar Martinez allegedly stole a car from Melanie Waldecker near Town Center Plaza on Sunday. He then hit and killed her while trying to get away. Aguilar Martinez is currently being held without bond. And Prince George's County Police need your help finding this man who they say was allegedly posing as a Social Security employee. They say he stole more than $10,000 from a woman last month. Investigators say so far this year there have been 22 cybercrimes around the county. They say many more of these crimes go unreported because the victims feel ashamed.
Psychological warfare. They're trained and they are instructed to keep the victims at a heightened state of fear.
Police are advising not to answer calls from phone numbers you do not recognize. And early voting starts today for a special election in Prince George's County.
Yeah, this comes after a former council member at large, Mel Franklin, resigned just days before he was charged with embezzlement. DC News Now's Yamari Sase is live this morning at a voting location and has more on today's special election. Yamari, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Where several poll workers actually just arrived and they're getting ready for the first day of early voting for this special election. There are more than 10 candidates all on the ballot and they're all looking forward to filling the seat for the at-large county council member seat that Mel Franklin resigned from. Now, the polls are actually opening up around 10 a.m. today and voting begins today up until August 5th. Now, that's for early voting and there are several locations across Prince George's County. Now, the primary election day will be on August 6th and people need to submit their mail-in ballots or vote in person by 8 p.m. on that day. Now, the reason for this special election is actually because a former longtime at-large council member Mel Franklin resigned last month. He's actually accused of stealing campaign funds and faces 20 charges. Now, despite many people's disappointment to the news, several candidates stepped up willing to fill his seat, and officials say it's best to vote early to avoid long lines. You can actually choose what time works best for you and your schedule, and this will also ensure that your vote will be counted. Now, when you do arrive, you are asked to bring your voter registration card if you have one, or you can actually bring your valid ID, your Maryland driver's license, to the polls as well. Now, again, they do close at 8 p.m. today. Today's only the first day for early voting, but you do have up until August 6th at 8 p.m. to be able to turn in your vote for this early primary election. For now, reporting live in Springdale, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
All right, best to go early, but always good to have a few days. Yamari, thank you. Time right now is 8:06 over in Washington County. The Board of Elections is holding an open house tomorrow to recruit poll workers for Election Day. People attending will learn how to use a poll book, ballot, marking device, and scanning unit. The 3-hour event is taking place at the Election Center on Virginia Avenue in Hagerstown. It starts at 9 o'clock. And Vice President Kamala Harris is getting closer to selecting a running mate for her presidential bid. She's expected to bring the VP candidate with her next Tuesday at a rally in Philadelphia. Now, because of the location, there are reports that Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro is the pick. Other top contenders include Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, and Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. Former President Donald Trump heading to Chicago tomorrow after accepting an invitation from the National Association of Black Journalists. Now, he's going to be part of a panel discussion at this year's convention. The organization, though, getting some backlash over his visit. Some journalists expressing concern about giving the former president a platform. They claim he has a history of mistreating black journalists. However, NABJ's president says this is an opportunity to press the former president on important issues.
And testifying on Capitol Hill weeks after the assassination attempt on Trump, the acting director of the Secret Service says the agency failed its mission. Acting Director Ronald Rowe told senators that Secret Service agents did not know local law enforcement spotted a gunman on the roof minutes before that shooting. Investigators say about 30 minutes before the shooting, local police shared a photo of the shooter in a group chat. Moments before those shots were fired, one officer confronted the shooter on the roof, but agents did not know this was happening.
To me, that we did not get that information as quickly as we should have. I think this was a failure of imagination, a failure to imagine that we actually do live in a very dangerous world where people do actually want to do harm to our protectees. I think it was a failure to challenge our own assumptions.
The acting director says a Secret Service sniper shot and killed the shooter within seconds of him firing at Trump. Investigators believe he was able to get off 8 rounds.
All right, by the end of the year, people relying on the D.C. Circulator will need to find another way to get around the district.
This comes as the district's Department of Transportation announced it is shutting down the D.C. Circulator. So starting in October, DDOT will be phasing out service before completely ending it on December 31st. DDOT says the shutdown is part of the district's new fiscal year budget. Riders say they're going to miss the convenience of it.
If they had a circulator, you know there's a buffer for Georgetown especially. It usually fills in the blanks where there's no options, which is nice.
In a statement, a local union says it got a few hours notice about the shutdown. It says that it's disappointed at how the process has played out so far.
Montgomery County Public Schools under fire this morning after the county's Office of the Inspector General found a contract for electric buses costing millions of dollars is not being fulfilled. According to the OIG, the school district was supposed to receive more than 300 electric buses between 2022 and 2025. The agency says the agreement with the electric bus company does not allow the district to penalize it with any late fees. It says if that provision were in place, MCPS could have asked for nearly $2 billion. Instead, OIG says the district will have to pay more than $14 million to extend the life of older diesel buses and purchase close to 100 new ones.
Electric school buses should have been the farthest down on the totem pole. And people tried to say that. There were people who spoke out against it, and they don't listen.
And the school district says it is addressing the issues and working to improve vendor communication and contracts. 8:10 is your time right now on this Wednesday morning. Lawmakers pushing forward with a plan to protect kids.
Coming up, how a newly passed bill is working to hold tech companies responsible for children's safety online and finding new ways to cope. An expert breaking down treatment options for those who are not comfortable with traditional therapy.
All right, let's take a live look outside right now. Jackie, things looking good at the Tidal Basin, or gloomy, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, in the distance we have the cloud cover, but you notice that we are seeing that monument there being, blanketed with more sunshine. So we'll eventually notice more of the sun through the day today and those hot temperatures. I'll have more details on how much longer this heat sticks around after the break.